Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's live stream. So excited to be here with you all. Yes, this is going to be a good one. So if you do not know me, my name is Shane Warren. All right. Yeah, so today, as I was in meditation and going through my day, wanting to come up with a topic for tonight, I ended up thinking about the heart's desire, and what it means to really get in touch with and to live according to one's heart's true desire. This is something that I have definitely have been on a journey with myself throughout my life. I can definitely think of times in my past where I was not in my heart's desire and I was not living to my own truth. And there's a lot of reasons for that to happen within our lives. We're born into this world, into a certain culture, environment, and all of these different things tend to put pressure on us to live a certain way, so we end up having certain things, from our family, expectations from our family, how we should live our lives. We have expectations from, like I said, our culture, government, society as a whole, as how we should live our life. And then even now, during this time with, social media as it is, it's so easy to get caught up even in other people's lives. And then to start really add more confusion to, what is it that I desire? Like, oh, that looks, you're on Instagram. It's like, oh, their life looks so cool. I want that. But, is that truly your desire, or are you just, just caught up in someone else's purpose? And so one of the ways that I have found that have really helped me to get in touch with my heart, there's a few different ones, which I'll touch on throughout this stream. But one of the first key ones I would want to share is to really take the time to evaluate when you're doing anything in life. How does it make you feel? After you do something, do you feel energized or do you feel depleted? I feel that is a very, very key sign to know if you're in alignment with your heart. Because if you're forcing yourself to do something because you feel you should do it, and as opposed to it being your true desire, it's going to just deplete energy out of you. Where as opposed to if you're doing something just because it makes your heart sing and you're putting your on to it, you'll notice that, it's like time can go by and you're still totally energized, even if you were, didn't have a single ounce of sleep at night. Like if you're doing something that truly is of your heart, you'll notice that it just energizes, it brings life to you, it brings joy to you. So I think that is a really key part in really looking at your life and the different things that you do. And I will also say that it's something that can change throughout your life. It's not like there's just this one singular thing that is for you to do, or, your one life purpose or anything like that. I think, as humans and during our life journey, we're just so complex, and, there's so many different elements to life that there could be different seasons and times of your life where, this one thing may have been your heart's desire, but then a point will come where you'll realize, oh, as I'm doing this, I'm actually starting to feel depleted when I do this task. When previously, when I did this, I felt alive or energized. And a lot of that comes with just taking the time to really be aware of how you feel. I think there's so much power in keeping like a journal and really evaluating, your day, how you're feeling. Feelings are something that it's very easy to lose touch with, especially, as I said, as we have this world of, social media and TV, and it's so easy to just escape and to not really feel. And so I firmly believe in a practice of regularly evaluating and just asking yourself, how do I feel right now? How am I feeling? How does this make me feel? And as you take the time to really answer those questions on a regular basis, you'll be able to really see what it is that lights you up and what doesn't. And another element that could help with that is practicing presence in your life. This is, an ongoing practice or thing, especially for me. It's just learning to be in the present moment, no matter what you're doing. And I feel that as you practice that presence, that will also help you to really feel the subtle energies within your body of how you're feeling with each task that you're doing throughout the day. So if you're fully present, whether it be, walking the dog, going to your job, driving down the street, just as always, no matter what you're doing, to be fully there. And you'll notice as you do that, you'll just be more sensitive to how things make you feel, as opposed to just doing things and being somewhere else in your mind, numbing yourself out. And I think a lot of times we do those things because what we're doing isn't our heart's desire. So then because we're doing something we don't really want to do, we find ways to numb from it. So there is just a lot of power that comes when you truly seek out what it is that lights you up, what your true heart's desire is. And like I said, that comes from just sensing it out. It's like we're feeling creatures, and you'll notice as you take that time, you'll start noticing the subtleties of what you're feeling within your heart. And what I love too about life is, your life won't let you lie to yourself too long. And that's something I have definitely seen in my past, where I'm doing something and I know it's not truly for me, but I'm just so attached to it. I feel it's it's what I should be doing, right? The should. But luckily, because I feel life is so loving, something will eventually happen to where that will just crumble, blow up, and it's never the most pleasant experience sometimes, especially if you still have that level of attachment. But what's great is, hindsight, looking back, it's like, oh, yes, I'm glad that fell away. I was not happy in that situation at all. I was just, for whatever reason, attached to it. So I will say that, even if you don't take the time, life will still at some point guide you. It's the slower route, where if you want to speed things up, just take the time to just really feel into your heart. Something else that can help is spending time in silence, and just spending time with yourself. I like to at least spend like an hour a day with myself, just in silence, and just sitting and just being with myself. And one thing I've noticed as I've been taking that time in silence and being with myself, feeling into my body and just really being present with me, that in itself has also greatly improved how sensitive I am to the tasks that I'm doing and how they make me feel. So it's like, as I get into the silence and get in touch, with my true self and nature, then as I, leave and then go out into the world, there's just so much that I can see now and feel within the world to really be able to grasp if something is benefiting me or not benefiting me. And something else you'll notice, that as you follow your heart's desire, you'll realize that it will be something that not only lights you up, but will also benefit others, because it'll be an energy that comes from you, that flows through. It'll be something that just will be a giving nature and not like a taking or a desire type feeling type thing where I gotta get from you. I need you to give this to me. It will be something that flows from you, that is of love and like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to even be, a big grandiose mission in life, like to, be a big leader or influencer or things like that. But it could even just be you living your life. Let's say, even if you're, an artist or, just a stay-at-home mom or anything like that, that can still be your full purpose at that time of your life. But you'll notice as you allow yourself to follow your heart's desire, just others around you will benefit from that. I definitely feel that as we take the time to really tap into our heart, the whole world benefits. I feel like a lot of the problems that are in the world right now is we're not being taught how to really live in our heart. And because of that, we're running around doing things that are not in alignment with us, where if instead we were all doing our highest, I feel the world would run so much smoother. I feel like as humans, we all have unique gifts and abilities and ways of expressing ourselves and I feel that that's beautiful, and there should be this uniqueness about each of us that we shouldn't be afraid to express and put out there. But it is sad that I see that a lot of times we tend to kind of hide the parts of us that are different and try to be more like other people. But then as we do that, the world is at a loss in that, because, there's only one you. And so there's just so much that can come from you just really tapping into your heart. Loving yourself, I think, is a big part of it too. Like having just a deep sense of self-love, I think, is a big key part to having the confidence to follow your heart's desire, and to knowing that, to know that you have that trust within yourself. So I highly recommend, doing just different things you can to see where it is in your life where you haven't been totally loving, and to do different things to love yourself more. And then also know that if you're, struggling and like, oh, I don't know, just start with something small, and just add it to your life. So if you're, just living life, working a job, whatever it may be, just try adding something small into your life that is more of your heart's desire. And some ways to think about that too would be maybe think about, what were some things that you enjoyed when you were a kid? Maybe try adding some of those elements into your life. Like, did you like drawing when you were a kid? Or did you like, I don't know, doing puzzles or anything like that? And just thinking back to what brought you joy when you were a kid, and then adding those elements into your life now. And I feel as you do that, that will help you get in touch with the vibration and the energy of your heart. And it could just be in something small. So like I said, it doesn't have to be something very large or grandiose, but I will say that as you start taking steps and really listen to your heart, you'll notice that it will grow, that energy will grow. And as that grows, you'll quickly notice that you won't, like I said, you won't be able to lie to yourself. Like if something isn't serving you, you'll be able to see it like clear as night and day. And then at that point, of course, it's up to you whether you decide to let it go or to continue with it, or maybe your option could also be to change it somehow, so that it is more in alignment with who you are. So, obviously there are so many different ways to handle, life situations and what we choose to do in life. But yeah, so I think that is what I had to say. I feel living according to one's heart desire is just very important, especially this time on earth, right? Because, tomorrow is never promised. And this year is definitely a big sign of, is showing us, a big teacher in showing us, that you got to live your life now, and to really, really honor who you are, and what you want to do here on this earth while you're here. So thank you so much for listening, and I'm going to hop into the chat and say hello to everyone now. Let's see who we got here. I love it. Of course, we got Lounge Brown. Let's see. All right. So, yeah. I'm telling you, everyone came to me through the Moldavite and the Ormus videos. But I'm happy that you're here. Thank you. And I know we were having a chat about numerology. We may have to do a video on that in the future. Astrid Crescent, hello, as per usual. Yes, good evening indeed. And of course, BAP, hello, hey. We got the regulars here. I love it. And of course, Golden Spring Rising. Keeping notes in a journal on what felt good in a day sure helps figure it out. It does. I'm telling you, journals just are powerful in so many different ways. Between keeping track of your feelings, also clearing your thoughts, getting clear on your thoughts. There's just so much clarity and power that comes with just actually writing things out, as opposed to just keeping them all in your head. Like as soon as you put things on paper, it just kind of freezes it, and you're able to just really see, what's really going on, because thoughts can be very slippery. Hey, we got Shashat Renee. Got tongue tied on that, but hello. Oh man, we got the whole squad in here. I love it. Thank you guys. I'm telling you, this has been so cool. Like seeing all you regulars come in and just popping in, sharing the love. I totally appreciate it. This is so cool. Yeah, so that is tonight's stream. Of course, give it a thumbs up if you can. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow. So lots of love, everyone, and have a good one, all right?